All right, guys, welcome back to another video. This is going to be part 2 of our reading vlog. It is currently 3:30 here. So yes, I have wasted a large portion of the day. It is not going to be a 12-hour readathon today. I think that's just not going to work because I do have to work tomorrow. But the plan as of right now is to basically read from 3:30 now, basically till 9:30. So that's going to give me a solid 6 hours of reading time. And then after I'm done with my reading, that'll give me enough time to watch one Christmas movie and then go to sleep. So I will definitely tell you guys about that reading marathon. We're gonna go set up. I don't know if I want to read in this room or if I want to read in the living room. I'm feeling very cozy. Also, if you guys are like, what outfit is she wearing? Wasn't she wearing the same outfit in the last video? I was, yes, because transitionary days. So the first day we did a total of 12 hours of reading. So I had all of that as well as the reviews, check-ins in each of the different sections as I finished books. Yesterday I did finish 3 books and then I started the Christmas fix. I got about 25% through. So I'm hoping this is going to take me like another 2.5 to 3 hours to finish, and then I should hopefully be able to get through at least one other Christmas book and start the other one, which is the fingers crossed goal. We shall see. Also, my TBR has morphed for December because I'm definitely feeling more in the holiday vibe than I am in the thinking like growth phase or mystery phased vibe. So there are certain books that are now off the table. I'm not probably going to be reading the Emily Wilde Encyclopedia of Fairies. I don't think I'm really in the mood for that just yet, so I'll probably save that for January or February. I definitely think it's going to be more of a winter read for me, so I'm thinking probably January or February, but I don't think I'm going to get through it this December. I also don't think I'm going to get through Murder Your Employer this December because it just feels a little too murder mystery-y for me, so that might be saved until March. And then I also don't think I'm going to read Before the Coffee Gets Cold because I feel like that's going to be something I need to really sit, enjoy, and internalize, even though it's a shorter book. So that'll probably be reserved for January because January is going to be more of the nonfiction. January is going to be more of the motivational, inspirational. January is going to be the vision board. January is going to be like all those positive vibes. So since we're saving all those for January, I'm really focusing on the Christmas reads right now. So I'm going to finish the Christmas fix, and then I'm going to read The Slight Before Christmas and The Plight Before Christmas in reverse order because of how it's written. And that'll also introduce me to Kristen Stewart, which I'm really excited about because I've heard wonderful things about the Ravenhood series, which were discussed in my last video. Also, for those of you who are new, welcome to Jay Bay's Corner. My name is Jaya, and I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday for book-related content. I love books. I'm addicted to them. I'm obsessed with them. I collect them. I enjoy them. I'm so in love with books, and I'm so thankful to have this amazing, massive collection that I do, and I thoroughly enjoy reading all of them. That being said, I also put out videos every once in a while that have some randomness to them, but most of them are going to be centered around books. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. I am currently past Christmas, but I am still before New Year's. I'm still on vacation, so I'm just really enjoying that cozy vibe. We're doing a staycation this year, and so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. My husband is not here, but I am home with the kitty cats, and so it's just a great time for me to really dive into those books. I did get some quality time with our friends and our community here, which has been very enjoyable, and it's been really great, like setting my own work schedule and still getting some of that in as well, but just really enjoying the reading vibes. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm going to continue reading The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score, and then I will get back to you. This is the second book in the Mr. Fixer-Upper series, and it's Grumpy Sunshine vibes. So I will get back to you soon as I finish this in the holiday spirit, and I'll give you updates. From there, we will probably move into the next ebook, and I may or may not take you with me to a coffee shop because I am in the vibe to get out of the house today, just at least for a little bit, but I don't really know where I want to go, so we'll see. Also, I already have food at home. I have coffee, I have tea, I have cocoa. I have everything I need. So it's like a combination of laziness along with the desire to leave the house that's really driving the energy today. But we'll do that, and then at the conclusion of this video, I will also include part 2 of the gifts I have received this year, which will be from other people. So I did a haul like Jayshree, my haul, plus a 12-hour readathon in part 1, and then part 2 is going to be the rest of the gifts and the rest of the readathon. So it's not going to be quite 24 hours, but we should still be able to hit like 18. So it's a decent reading vlog, right? And then if I have time, I'll try to beef it up over the weekend if I end up reading over the weekend when I come home, but I do have weekend plans, so that may not happen. But yeah, I'll catch you guys soon. Bye. Okay, so we're just going to pick up right from where we left off. So as you know, last when I had checked in with you guys, I had been reading the Christmas Fix. And I am back to report that at this point, it is a couple days after that. So we're well past Christmas at this point. But I finally had my gift exchange with my two besties, and that's what I was waiting on. We have been doing Christmas gift exchanges in person, online, whatever it takes for years now. I think it's been at least 6 years that we've been doing this, possibly more. And it's just something that's really special, and it stood the test of time. We always do themed gifts. And so there's one of the themes was, for example, breakfast at Tiffany's. And another one of the themes that we did one year was naughty and nice. So just like various themes. This year's themes was cozy and comfy. One of the other pieces of the tradition that we have been following for years now is that we get matching PJ sets from Victoria's Secret. And I always go all out and spend $100 on the Victoria's Secret website during this time so I can get a cozy blanket. In the last video where I did part 1 of the Christmas haul, if you will, which is all the things I bought for myself, I do showcase some of these items. And so today, this is what we are wearing. We are wearing the Christmas PJ set. So it has little skiers on it. And it is a little rumply just because I literally just pulled it out of its packaging. I'm wearing it tucked because I just love the little red piping and the red ribbon and the finishes. And of course, we had to have the little red bow. So I'm all festive for you guys today, but so glad to have you back. So just like the last video, I wanted to start by kind of reviewing the read-a-thon a little bit. So I did want to start by talking about the Christmas Fix. So the Christmas Fix was absolutely a delight. It was so fast. It was fun-paced. It was, wow, that flipped. Fast-paced and fun. It is the second book in a series. The first book is called Mr. Fixer-Upper. Whew, I do apologize, guys. It's just one of those days. It's one of those weeks, really. This is like the third retake that I've done because I've been trying to avoid the yawning, and it's just not happening. So you guys are here for it with me, okay? Also, I am really thirsty, so we're just going to do that, which reminds me, this is probably going to be a longer video, so I would strongly just suggest getting yourself a nice hot tea, a hot cocoa, a coffee, nice adult beverage, a Olipop, whatever your vibes are. I would strongly suggest you hydrate during this video because it is going to be a long one. So if you want to grab a snack, feel free to do so. And once again, thank you for being here. So Christmas Fix, I felt like in terms of holiday vibes and holiday spirit, it's probably about a 2 out of 5 for me. The idea is very cute. It's during Christmas time. It's around the time that, you know, Christmas is coming, New Year's is coming, and it's in the town of Merry. So literally, Merry Christmas, right? In the town of Merry. It's very, very cute. Basically, they have had a massive disaster strike the town, and everything needs to be renovated. Enter our main female lead, Miss Catalina. She is known for her fixer-upper show. So basically, her and her twin brother used to go around doing projects where they basically renovated homes for families in need. And you kind of get introduced to the other main characters in the first book. So Gannon is the older brother, and it's kind of his story that follows. There's also another female lead, Paige, who is absolutely wonderful, as well as the rest of the team. And Catalina is known to be very cool, very, very sexy, modern woman vibes, like definitely hot Barbie, but at the same time is very much like get your hands dirty and get some work done types. So very, very, very strong female lead character, which was enjoyable to read. The other character, the male lead in this character, is a single father. Wow, I'm so sorry, guys. Is a single father who is raising a 11-year-old like preteen kid. He has a good relationship with his ex, but they are completely separated. Meanwhile, his ex has found a new love of her life, and they're about to get married. And the daughter is questioning her father consistently to ask, hey, when is it going to be your turn? He is also very wary of Catalina because all of his philosophy is stemming around the fact that he wants to protect his little girl, and he wants to make sure that she doesn't get the wrong values and things like that presented to her. So obviously he's going to have that grumpy attitude starting off. So they're going to start off butting heads. It's a very quick turnaround. That's, I think, what bothered me the most. Like, I could definitely get behind the enemies component of this book. I just felt like the enemies to lover portion happened really fast. To be fair, I read this in one sitting. So maybe if I had taken my time and divvied the book up, it would have been more enjoyable. I read about 20% of the book initially, and then I finished the rest of the 80% in one shot. So I think that might be why I felt this way. But overall, I do think it's a very cute book, and it was definitely very appropriate for the holiday. For those who are looking for the Christmas fix, this is what it looks like. It has that lovely, lovely Christmas red with the beautiful snowflakes and the lovely blue frosting title. So I absolutely thought that this book is very enjoyable. It's your classic Lucy score in that it's very heartwarming. It's very fun. It's a fun-filled cast. Lots of crazy things happen throughout the course of the book while they're trying to renovate and all this other stuff. Some plot twists also take place. But I would still maintain that this is probably not my favorite series by her. I did like the Mr. Fixer-Upper, and the Christmas Fix, but I would think both of them are like solid 3-star reads for me. I definitely think when it comes to Lucy score books, I cannot recommend the Knock 'em Out series enough. I absolutely love those books. Things We Hide from the Light, Things We Never Get Over, Things We Left Behind. All three of those are absolutely excellent. I also love the Riley Thorne series by Lucy Score. That's very satirical. It's very entertaining. They have octogenarians like all over the place in that book. They're just so funny. I love those books. Those are solid 4-star reads for me. And then By a Thread, which is a standalone that Lucy Score written, is actually very cute as well. And I think it's perfect for Valentine's Day as well as like for the fall. So I would definitely recommend those Lucy scores before I recommend this. But at the same time, do I think it was a fun, fast-paced read? Yes. So coming back to the scores, I would give this a 2 out of 5 for the Merry Christmas vibes factor. And I would probably give it a 3-star for the overall quality of the book in terms of like a Goodreads rating. And then I would give it about a 3.5, 4 stars in terms of the spice. There's not too much spice in the book, but once the spice picks up, it does pick up. It does show up a lot, but you can skip those chapters. Absolutely, they're not pertinent to the story. But if you are someone who wants closed door, this is definitely not a closed door novel. I would say in general, Lucy Score doesn't really do closed doors. But overall, a great read. So after I finished this, I actually started reading a book on my Kindle. Now, this book is absolutely hilarious. I loved this book. Now, I definitely mood read, so this book is very much for me coming from the perspective of like, hey, this is just like such an awesome book. But I personally feel like the reason why I love this book is because it is just so Christmassy. It's so found family. It's a second chance romance. It's great. It's absolutely adorable. It's written by Kate Stewart, and she is also the one who wrote the Ravenwood series. So I think this book is just great. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it to cooperate with me here. Let me see. Beginning. Come on. There we go. So this is what the book looks like. It's called The Plight Before Christmas. It's by Kate Stewart. I'm trying to show it to you guys without the glare. This is really not working in my favor, but it's so cute. Very, very Christmassy. Now, this book had Christmas vibes for me. This book, I definitely ate up. This book was a solid 4-star read for me. It was so much fun. It was kind of the same vibes that Snowed In for Christmas gave me by Sarah Morgan. Just a great book. I just think this was so much fun. It really explores the question of childhood trauma and how it impacts your relationships. It talks about how we grow as individuals. It talks about that idea of like one true love, and the idea that sometimes your childhood love is your real love, but that timing does matter. It also really showcases the value of family and friends and just how important it is to realize that you have loved ones that have your back. And so I would say this was like probably one of my all-time favorite books. It is a ridiculously, like, it's not a ridiculously long book. This is saying it's like 3,000 pages. I know for a fact that that is incorrect. So I don't know how this is doing its page number. So we're just going to ignore that. But it is funny. It's lovable. It's very cute. I would say spice-wise, this is probably a 3-star spice for me. There's one major spice scene that happens in the present, and then there's a few spice scenes that are referred to from the past. You get flashbacks in the story from the perspective of both the male and the female character. I also love the fact that both of these books do share the story from the male and the female lead character, so you get both perspectives. I always enjoy that because I think it's just a more fun way to tell the story, so I do love that. I think the overall narrative quality of this book was just absolutely phenomenal, and I would definitely recommend this book again. In fact, the next book that I will be reading is The Slight Before Christmas, and I'm so excited to read this book as well. And this is what this cover looks like. It's just so freaking cute, guys. Aw, well, I want to show the full picture. There we go. This is what the cover of this one looks like. How cute is that? Look at the little elf in the tree and the little snowman. So cute. So I can't wait to sink my claws into this book. This is the next book on my TBR, and I'm hoping to still finish it before the New Year's comes around. So I have 3 days to finish this book, guys. I think I can do it. I'm honestly probably gonna, after I film this, sit down and read forever. So that's gonna be enjoyable. But as far as The Plight Before Christmas, solid 4-star read. Spice level, like I said, probably like a 3.5 on that one. Definitely a little bit higher up than the Christmas Fix, but not done tastelessly. Like, the scenes are seamless. They're very enjoyable. There's a purpose for why they are placed where they are placed in the book. I love the growth that happens of both of the main characters. The female is a main lead character named Whitney. It kind of shows that, like, you know, she was a very vivacious, bubbly character in her past, and then she's kind of changed. Life has hit her a little bit hard. She's very family oriented. She lives her life for her family and her loved ones, but along the way she's kind of lost her own. And Eli is a character who was very damaged in his younger years, didn't know how to appreciate the relationship he had, and then as he grows and he confronts certain traumas of his childhood, he realizes that it's okay for him to have a life. And so he's kind of taken on her role as an adult. And so it's just really cute to see them rekindle their relationship. It's also really lovely to see Eli and how he interacts with Whitney's family when he crashes their Christmas. Yes, he crashes their Christmas. And it's also just like so fun to see the character development and the storyline in general. The second book is going to follow the older sister Serena and her husband Thatch, who are both cuties, and I can't wait to read that storyline as well. And they have 2 obnoxious children who are just so cute. There's a little baby named Peyton. He's absolutely adorable. And then the older daughter is a preteen who just started her period. Her name is Gracie. So I'm very excited to read that dynamic as well, because the first dynamic was single, older, like 38-year-olds who are just refining themselves. So this is going to be a completely different dynamic between 2 married people who are now years into their marriage with children in the mix as well. So I think it's going to be a great read. I love the family vibes of this one. Cannot say enough pleasant things about The Plight Before Christmas. Is it the best book on the planet? No. Is it the best Christmas book you will ever read? No. But is it perfect for the season? Is it perfect for family found vibes? Perfect for Cocoa around the tree? Yes, absolutely. And that is my thought on that. The next book that I read, I know I said I wasn't going to read this, but I did end up reading this book. This is Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This is actually a Japanese author, and the book was translated to English, written by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly at all. So for any of my Japanese listeners out there, please, please, please correct the pronunciation. If it needs to be, just phonetically spell it out for me, because I hate the idea that I'm absolutely butchering this. But beautiful book. This entire book is about the importance of intention, the importance of kindling a new way of thinking, revisiting mistakes or thoughts in your life that may have left you plagued, and realizing that while there may not be things that you can do to change your past, there's so many ways that you can change your outlook of the future when you revisit
a specific moment in your life. It's 4 short stories that are basically tied into this cafe. The concept is that in this cafe, you can go in one specific table, in one specific seat, if you drink a cup of coffee, then you get to revisit a point in time. However, it's very dangerous to get attached to the past. So you have to come back and finish your coffee before the coffee gets cold. If the coffee gets cold, you get stuck in the past and you're neither in the present nor in the past. So you become a ghost of sorts. It tells the story of multiple different characters. We have one woman who is basically regretting the loss of the love of her life. She's basically going back into time to try and see if she can revisit that last moment that she spoke with him and see if they can't rehash some things. One other fun fact about this book, you can go into the past, but whatever happens in the past does not change the current present. The only thing that can change is the potential future. So that's another fun fact about this. Again, really reaching into that core idea and that core value that while you can't change your past, you can allow it to shape your future. I also love the fact that it showcases the story of some sisters, one of them who's kind of like become aloof from her family, is very successful, but still mourns the death of her sister and the way she treated her. It allows us to see the story of the two of them and how they rekindle that relationship, and she finds the motivation to go back to her family. Absolutely beautifully written. There's another one that talks about the love that lasts between a wife and a husband and what happens when you're dealing with Alzheimer's. It's such a heavy topic, but it's written so beautifully and in such a short amount of time too. And the last story is about a woman who realizes that her body is very, very sick and incapable of necessarily carrying a child to fruition. She and her husband are expecting, but as the pregnancy progresses, the woman starts to realize that she may never get to meet her daughter because her body may just not be able to take the trauma of delivering this child. So just some beautiful, beautiful stories, very, very hard-hitting concepts of day-to-day life. Just makes you really think about what's important in life, what you care about. And I feel like for this season, even though this is nonfiction, the concepts, the conundrums that are placed in front of you, the question of like societal value and like how to move past certain situations in your life or how you can approach them differently is really beautifully written. This was a solid like 3.5 stars for me. I definitely loved this book and I really enjoyed it. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I read it a little bit more slowly, which is why I'm not going to continue the rest of the series right now. I definitely didn't want to do it as part of a read-a-thon, but I definitely do see myself continuing these series. I think this is a great book to take on a plane with you. This is a great book to take with you when you're at that moment in your life where like I'm setting goals and I have, you know, things I want to achieve. This is a great book to reach for when you're just having a hard day and you're wondering what you could have done differently in your life for things to have turned out differently. Great book for that. It's just such a wonderful, warm hug in a book, and it just really makes you question what society is and what it is that we value and how to like rethink some of the quote unquote mistakes of our past or reshapes how we see the future. It's a very, very well written book. And that brings me to the conclusion of all of the books that I have read thus far in this other 12-hour stint of reading. I cannot recommend enough all of these books that I have been talking about. I just think they're so stinking cute. And I think all of them were worth the read and perfect for the holiday season. I'm sorry for the plight before Christmas. I know there's a lot of glare and I know that I don't have a physical copy to show you guys, but just so you know, it is available on Kindle Unlimited. So if you're that person that wants to read it but don't want to buy it, great option. If you do decide that you want a physical copy, the only place where I found it sold is on Amazon. But also just so you know, if you choose to buy it on Kindle, it's currently being sold for $4.99. So fun fact, The Plight Before Christmas is also available on Audible if you're an Audible listener. I think both of the narrations were great. We had one male and one female narrator of the story on Audible. It was great. It was a great companion to read with the book. The Plight Before Christmas does not have an Audible yet, so that will be something that I will be physically reading. But absolutely loved all of these books. So that is 18 minutes and 49 seconds already of me just talking about books. So now let's jump into part 2 of the gifts. So these are all the gifts that I have been given, that I have received this year. I'm so blessed. I think Christmas, holidays in general have nothing to do with like the gifts that you receive, but rather the love and the blessings you receive from so many loved ones and people around you. That just makes it so special. So first and foremost here, I have a homage to my hometown, which is Texas. And for those who know, they know. I'm going to try and stand actually so I can show you guys this blanket properly. But this is a blanket from a gas station known as Buc-ee's. And Buc-ee's is a beaver. And I'm actually going to wear this because I'm very cold. But basically this gas station is ginormous. So anytime you're driving from one major city to another, whether it's like Houston to Dallas, Dallas to Austin, Houston to Austin, I think there's also one on the way to San Antonio, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, guys. I apparently bore myself, so hopefully I'm not boring you guys. It's just such a great place to get your gas. They have over 100 pumps, and it's like a miniature grocery store when you walk inside. So they have food, they have beautiful restrooms, they have drinks, beverages, all that good stuff, but they also have merch. So my husband, when we went home to visit family recently, like he went to Texas to various of the major cities in order to meet with clients because he is in sales, and he happened to see this blanket and he's like, I have to get this for our house and for my wife and for myself because it's just an homage to Texas and all of the joy we had when we were living there. So this was very special and like very thought out for my husband, and I absolutely adore it. It is very soft. It is something that we will be sharing because yours truly has too many blankets as it is, and it's very rare that my husband says, hey, I want something. So this is a gift from him to both of us. Next up, for the second gift I got from my husband this year, he knows that my favorite restaurant is a restaurant called Uchi. Uchi does sushi. They have phenomenal food options. Their desserts are divine and their drinks are pretty decent too. But what I love about them is I am vegetarian, and so it's really hard for me to find food that I can actually eat at any of the sushi restaurants near and far. So he actually knows that this is my favorite restaurant. It is on the higher end side, so it is a little bit more on the pricey side. So he ended up getting me a gift card to Uchi. So I'm very excited for date night with him where we get to go spend this and splurge. But they have absolutely delicious food. It is honestly my favorite restaurant ever, and I am waiting to be convinced otherwise. So from my husband, I got the Buc-ee's blanket and the Uchi gift card. Then next up, I have a beautiful scarf. So it came with a lovely card from a family friend of ours. And this card is just so beautiful. It's actually pressed leaves. So all of these leaves are real. They're actually pressed into the paper. And I just think it's so cool that it's protected. And then it's just a very sweet note because they were welcoming me for being a new bride in this state. It was just very sweet. It says, "Hi Jayshree, it's been such a pleasure and joy getting to know you, and I value our friendship so much. Happy holidays and wishing you a wonderful 2025. Here's to creating many more memories in the new year." And this is from my lovely friend Preeti, who has been nothing but kind and loving since I arrived here. She and my husband and my husband's sister all grew up together. So they're children, family friends forever, and she gives such thoughtful gifts. Like, this is a beautiful scarf. It's one of a kind. It is from India, so it is an artisan scarf, and it's just so beautiful. Look at that knit, guys. Look at that stitching. Look at the dye. And this is like handcrafted from India. It's so lovely. It's beautiful, and it's just such a beautiful homage to our culture and the world we come from. And I just love it. I absolutely adore it. She also treated me to a very nice coffee date, which was really lovely. We went out and had some beautiful coffee at this Indian kind of inspired coffee shop. And she also got us like desserts that were based on Indian drinks and Indian desserts. So there was like a rasmalai flavored cake, and there was like a Biscoff flavored cheesecake. It was absolutely divine. So that was a lot of fun. My next gift that I want to share with you guys actually comes from work. And this is how you know that like what you do makes a difference. It impacts people's lives. And I cannot express how grateful and thankful I am for such kind coworkers and kind facilities that I get to work with. There is one particular that I do want to give a shout out to, and I'm not going to say the name, but this is a facility that is located in Orange County, and it's absolutely wonderful. This facility, they go out of their way to bring their patients to me, to support me with their staff so that I can give the absolute best care to their residents. Their residents are all special needs. They are all high functioning adults. And it's amazing to see them. They are just such beautiful humans. They run marathons and they have jobs and they're cooking and they have such passion. And it's just so lovely to see them and see how joyful and innocent and kind they are. And I have nothing but gratitude towards that facility. And I could not believe what they did. I walked in to take care of their residents' feet, and they presented me with this, and they literally told me, Dr. J, it has been such an honor to work with you, and it's been so special, and we're so glad that you're here serving us. So they got me this beautiful care package, which is just so sweet. So it has chocolates, it has wafers, it has all kinds of delicious goodies, and I can't wait to dig into this with my husband now that it's officially being released from underneath the tree. So that was absolutely divine. The next gift that I got, I will be utilizing 80% of. I do already have someone lined up to take the meat products out of this. But my job, one of the companies I work for, we go home to home. It's a mobile service. And we have a wonderful time in terms of communicating with one another and getting to work with each other and just having banter as a group, but we don't have very many opportunities to meet in person. And so for the holidays, it was just really beautiful to receive something from the company and from the company team. It meant a lot to me. I know that they have so many doctors and they don't have to do this, and it goes above and beyond, and it definitely makes it feel like we're working in a sense of family. The staff have been nothing but supportive. They've been so encouraging of me joining the company. Anytime I've fallen sick, anytime I've had scheduling issues, they're so good with making sure that patients understand that I feel supported and that they give me the space to recover and do what I need to do in order to be able to provide the care. It's been absolutely wonderful. So they also sent me this lovely package, which I am very excited to dig into. So this does come with the salami, which is what I'm going to be giving to one of our friends here at our complex that we live in. We also have some lovely crackers. We have some candied fruit. We have some lovely pistachios. We have some delicious olive oil, which you better bet your butt I will be using later, and a lovely balsamic. And this just looks so divine. It also comes with a couple of cheeses as well, and I am just so excited to dig into this and enjoy every bit of all the deliciousness that's inside of here. So yeah, that was just absolutely lovely. I also love this crate. This crate will be repurposed as a place for the cats to sit because Bella loves her boxes. So they not only got me a gift, they got my cat a gift. And anyone who gifts my cat something is good by my means. Next up, it's actually a very simple gift, but it's just so heartwarming to see. One of my husband's very close family friends had reached out, and she was so nervous to reach out to me. She's so sweet. She's like, listen, I know we haven't really had a chance to talk, and I know that you are celebrating Christmas alone, and I was wondering if it'd be okay if I come up and see you. And this lovely woman literally drove all the way from San Diego to come see little old me so that I wasn't alone during Christmas. And she's like, I just want to get to know you. And she always says, my brother and his wife get your sister-in-law and her fiance, so I have decided that I get you and Arjun, and I can't wait to become best of friends. She's very creative. She's very into dance and music, and she's doing a lot of productions. And if she says it's okay, I will definitely showcase some of her pieces here on this platform, because I just think it's so important to show the beautiful work that she's doing and how empowering it is, but also just be supportive of such a wonderful human being. So on her first visit to me, and the fact that she was coming for Christmas, she did bring me Hershey's Kisses, which I just absolutely love. Who can go wrong with chocolate? And I had vegan marshmallows at home, so I am set for s'mores night. That's all I'm gonna say. We just need a little bit of graham cracker and your girl is good to go. So I'm excited for these. Next up, keeping with the food trend, I have another lovely friend who decided that she wanted to host Christmas dinner for us. Unfortunately, her partner is also currently not here for the holidays. And so she was very welcoming, and she said, you and a bunch of our other mutual girlfriends come over and we're going to do Christmas dinner. And she made phenomenal food, focaccia from scratch. She made us a lovely, like, baked tomato with fresh buffalo mozzarella, like kind of like a salady kind of vibe as well. She made a cheese board where it was literally like cream cheese, but the cream cheese was mixed with herbs, and then on top of it she had beautiful fruits and nuts that were just kind of like added into that to add a sense of texture and flavor, along with some crackers. She made a pesto pasta as well as a lasagna, and she made tomato bisque from scratch. And then on top of that, she baked a bunch of little cookies, and she made us chai cocktails. So literally she got these cocoa liqueur from Trader Joe's and mixed it with chai that she had made at home, and it was phenomenal cocktails with little gingerbread men on top. It was so, so cute. I will see if I can insert a couple of photos here as I'm talking so you guys get a feel and a vibe of how beautiful she had done everything. It was just such a lovely, lovely treat and experience. And so for our parting favors, she was like, I didn't want to give everyone physical things. I wanted to give you guys things that you can enjoy and then get rid of if you no longer want it. So she gave us a tin of a bunch of baked goodies. And how cute is this little tin? I cannot thank her enough for this. And I just have to show you guys some of the things that she baked because they just look so cool. So we have our lovely little gingerbread cookies that she made from scratch. She made brownie brittle bites. We have a nice hot cocoa ball over here, which just looks phenomenal. And then outside of that, she also baked chocolate chip cookies as well as chocolate chip cookies with little pretty holiday themed sprinkles. So this is just such a thoughtful gift. I was so excited to open this up and see just how cute this is. Literally, if that girl wanted to, she could make a killing just baking and selling goods, and I'm trying to convince her to do so because I feel like she needs to open up a little bakery shop. Or if she doesn't open up a bakery shop, I used to do high teas as a job. So my best friend and I, when we were up in Northern California, I was in medical school and residency at the time. She was working full time, and we have both since moved and everything, but we used to do high tea. And so it was just so exciting to get people in the Indian community so excited about the fact that two young girls were doing this, that they would invite us to do high tea spreads, and they would pay us beautifully, and we had so much fun doing it. And it was just such a creative way of expressing ourselves. We really enjoyed it, coming up with the different recipes and vibes and everything. So I definitely loved it, and I feel like if we started again, guess who's going to do my desserts? And then we'll definitely make sure that she has a card that she can give out to people too. Alrighty, so next up I have a gift that was picked by me, but paid for by one of my best friends. She also gave me a couple of other gifts, which we will show as well. This girl knows how much I love books. And actually, now that I think about it, I have to show you this book too. I'm honestly a little afraid of this book. I've heard that this book is very, very high in spice, and I am fearful of spice. But she decided that she was going to gift me this book. Now, looking at this book, this looks very innocent, but apparently it's a lot. And on the back of the book, it literally says A Wild Ride, and that is by the author's mom. This book is basically following the society of basilisks and humans. Basilisks are, from my understanding, they need human connection and intimacy in order to have power, and that's basically their sense of currency, if you will. So there's a lot of that in the book, but it's done in a very sophisticated way. I've been told that if I can handle reading Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, that I can handle this, but I'm very scared to read this book. I will be the first one to say, the amount of spice that sounds like is happening in this book might be a little too much for me, but I've heard the plotline is actually really good. This series is now going to be rebranded as Kiss of the Basilisk, and the entire series is going to be called the Split and Swallow series. From my understanding, they are no longer making this cover. So it's also very exciting to have the first edition and knowing that this book is no longer going to be available to buy. So that was very sweet of her. So that's the first book that she got me, and she really did that just to throw me for a loop. I think I've already posted that video somewhere else, but I literally have a video of my reaction and it is absolutely hilarious. Then I think I put it in my gift video, what gifts I recommend for the holidays. I think the unboxing that I did of my blind date with the book that she did for me showcases my reaction to this book. She also, she and I both like fantasy, and so or romantasy specifically, and she was saying that she's been wanting to read the Plated Prisoner series, and she talked about it so much to me that I was like, okay, I need to get this book series. So this girl literally shows up and she's like, I'm going to be your grandpa and just hand you $100 in cash and you're going to go online, you're going to buy books. And she was like, listen to me very carefully when I say you are only allowed to spend that money on books. And I was like, done, not a problem. So naturally, after she said that and she gave me this ultimatum, I went out and got books galore. So we have the entire Plated Prisoners series gifted to me by Mina. She is the same girl who has shown up in some of my videos as my partner in crime when it comes to reading, coffee shops, and book buying, and just in general, very elegant living. That woman's style is unbeatable. It's impeccable. But she got me this entire series, and I cannot thank her enough for all of these lovely books that have been added to my collection. You may think, okay, so the girl has literally bought you 7 books. You have enough. No. God forbid. So then I did a little Grinchmas party. I will also put some pictures of that up here. It was so lovely to have everyone. I did a little scavenger hunt that was based on Dr. Seuss clues. So it was really, really funny. Like it would be like, 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, go to where all the fish would be found to find your next clue. And then they would have to go to like the pool area in order to find their next clue. Like it was really cute. So I came up with 10 clues. No one had the same clues and everyone ended up with the same clue at the end that brought them back to this room, which was kind of the room that was blocked off from view when everyone came in. And all of their little gifts were underneath the tree. And they basically got hot cocoa and mugs with little Grinches on them. And then I opened up the food station, which had like all of our dinner as well as the hot cocoa bar set up. I had another friend of mine who was so sweet. She was so excited to be coming and joining and just celebrating and thought the Grinchmas idea was so fun that she actually made syrup from scratch. She did a rosemary syrup and actually created a custom holiday drink for the party as well. We also did white elephant exchanging, and then we also decorated stockings. It was so much fun. Mine is actually hanging up there, and Mina did this one for me because as the host, I was too tired and lazy, and so she was like, absolutely, I will do it for you, hence the stocking. And then we all did Secret Santa. Now, White Elephant. Now, all the gifts were absolutely phenomenal, but there is a girl who is a sucker for a good gift card, especially when it's a Grinchmas party and it's a Grinch gift card. Guys, I had to have this. I'm so glad I have it. This is from my Mina Bear to me to add even more to my bookish addiction. And it says, Merry Christmas, Whoville News, Christmas crown to the merriest tree in town. And I just love the Grinch's facial expression, and I love the dog. It's just, it's so precious. So number 1. Number 2, she walks in. Okay? She walks in and she goes, girl, I told my mom I was coming to see you, and my mom and dad were like, we have to get Jaya something. How sweet is that? Her parents are freaking on the other side of the country. They haven't seen me in years. Literally, they haven't seen me in at least 2 years. I went to medical school with this girl, and they still remember me so fondly, and they wouldn't let her come empty-handed. So shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Sarbaz for this lovely beauty. They did get me a $50 Christmas gift card as well. So not only did this girl spoil me with $100 towards books, the Split and Swallow book, the $20 Grinchmas gift card, but they also got me a $50 gift card on top of that, and I cannot thank them enough. I just think that's so sweet. The fact that they care about me like that and have adopted me as part of their family is just very, very special. And then my other gift is actually sitting up on top of the bookshelf, so let me go grab it. So this guy right here that is holding up our stocking,
as well as a face mask that I have now started using. So I don't have it with me, but it was from Too Faced. And this lovely Barnes & Noble's gift card are lovely, lovely gifts from my beautiful sister-in-law and her fiance. This is absolutely so sweet of them. It says, enough of holiday business, I'd rather be reading. And it's literally a cat, guys. It is a cat that is wrapped up in Christmas lights, which is my taco, with a stack of books. Like, just, so perfect. And this candle is romantasy, and it's based on A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is why it's sitting up there. And it smells like bonded mates and twisted fates. It's apple and Szechuan pepper, which is such a unique scent. It's so beautiful. I refuse to light this candle. Like, she keeps asking me, have you lit the candle? Have you lit the candle? And I'm like, girl, no, it's too beautiful to light it. I can't. I just literally leave the lid on, and then whenever I need a hit, I just go, and I'm set. I'm set. I don't need to light it. I don't need to light it. It's going to be forever and always in my collection. And then eventually when she buys me another one of these, then I will consider lighting this. Okay? So you hear me, girl, you hearing me. So that's ultimatum there. Ultimatum. And next up, I have a wonderful bookish book club community, and it has been so amazing to start kind of delving even further into that community. And this year we did our secret Santa P&G sister gift exchange. Paper and Glam is a wonderful, wonderful book club, and it is led by a wonderful woman named Lisa Marie Landreth and a group of very festive, very seasonal living, very beautiful women with good values and morals. And we just kind of have always clicked. I love the books that they select. I love the little events that they do to bring our book community together. And one thing that we do every year is a gift exchange based on our reading life. So my secret sister this year, Mama Jones, as we like to call her, got me not one, but 2 books off of my wish list, my Christmas book wish list. And then she also got me a lovely little additional surprise as well. So the first book that she got me is the book that I actually had on my list, which is Bridesmaids Undercover by Megan Quinn. I read my first ever Megan Quinn book, which was The Neighbor Who Stole Christmas, and I actually loved her writing style. I love the vibes. So I'm very excited to read this. I also have the So Meant to Be series, like that set of books. And then I also have Bridesmaid for Hire and this new book that has been added to my collection thanks to the lovely Mama Jones. Then one of the books that we also have on our TBR for next month is a thriller. And this book just suits us so perfectly. It was completely original, quietly chilling is what Lisa Gardner said, and she's the one who said that this is Mean Girls meets We Were Liars, which are both like things that I've really enjoyed. So it's like a prep school with a little bit of like intrigue and drama that's going on, and I love that vibe. So slightly dark academia, slightly thriller, like it's just so chilling. And the Paper and Glam colors are black and pink. So they got me this lovely, lovely copy of this version of the book so that I have something Paper and Glam on my lovely bookshelf. So thank you to Mama Jones for both of those. But of course she didn't stop there. God forbid, why would she stop there? No, she sent me something in this little box. She was like, listen, girl, you got yourself that 1991 Chanel Diana. She was like, you wanted it to celebrate the fact that you were born that month, and you always, always, always need a mirror to go with you. So whether it be that bag or a different bag, you need to carry something with a little bit of oomph. And so she got me the lovely 2-sided mirror that Chanel does. It's the pocket mirror that goes plop right into your bag. So you have one side that is a regular mirror and then one that is the close-up. And this is just so sweet and so stunning. And I cannot thank Mama Jones enough for adding that little bit of luxury and joy to my lovely haul this Christmas. Next up, I have the 2 gifts from my other best friends. So I know it's ridiculous to say you have best friends when you turn like 32. I realize it's absolutely ridiculous to be like, I have multiple best friends, but I really like, these are my diehard people. Like my diehard people, I have 5 people. I can count them on my hand. Our friendships have spanned years. Some of them I've known since I was 6 years old. Some of them I've known since high school. Some of them I've known since college. It doesn't matter how far the state lines have been. These girls are my family. They are my absolute
family. So you saw one of them and what their family did for me. You saw another set, and then this is that third set, the one that I do the matching PJs with every year. So I'm very, very excited for these. The first gift, and we did try to keep it like simple and elegant this year. So the first gift was this beautiful box, which is basically a bunch of gifts designed for readers. So for those who are looking, this is on Amazon. It's Hamako. But it's literally, sometimes you forget you're awesome, so this is your reminder. And it's this pre-packed box that is for everything reading lover. So we have inside of here, first and foremost, this card, which you can then choose to write something in if you want, but it just says the same thing on the front. It just says, sometimes you forget you're awesome, so this is your reminder. So if you want to write a card and you get this physically and you want to go give it to someone, you can. And then comes with a little keychain. And on here it says, if I can't take my book, I'm not coming. And it's this cute little, keychain. That did not go as planned, guys. Where'd it go? So it's this cute little keychain that says, if I can't bring my book, I'm not going. That does not want to focus, but it's very, very, very cute. And it's a little silver charm. It comes with a pair of book socks. So it says, so little time, so many books on both of the socks, like put together. And it's just such a cute pair of reading socks. Now this is actually really well thought out for me because A, my feet get cold very easily. B, I do love to read and I have way too many books. And C, I'm a podiatrist. So any fun socks, your girl is there. You know what I mean? Gotta show my personality somewhere. So it comes out through the figs colors and it comes out through the socks and the shoes. That's where I live. Then it comes with this little pencil holder, which is so cute. And it says, shh, I'm reading. So this is just like a little pencil holder that you can put on your desk. This also comes with a candle and it says, smells like reading time, infused with fresh aroma of shutting up and letting me read, which I thought was so cute. And then it says your best choice on top. It does not unfortunately say what the scents are, but it's a very like refreshing like scent. The best I can think of is think of rainwater soap from Neutrogena, and it's kind of like that vibe. Then it comes with a lovely tote. So pull that out. So it comes with this little tote that says there is no such thing as too many books. And it has a little pocket in the front too, so you can stuff your book inside of it. And it's nice little beach tote, shopper tote, whatever you want it to be. It comes with a metallic bookmark that says just one more chapter, and it has the little pink tassel in the back, which is absolutely stunning. And then it comes with a glass bottle with a glass straw, which is just so cute. And it says just one more chapter on that as well. And then you can have your morning beverage or afternoon beverage or evening beverage as you read. So just such a cute little package. So we got the tote, we got the candle, we got the little glass jar. We have everything you could possibly need to be able to read a book that you're just waiting to get your teeth into, that you're waiting to sink into, which was just, oh my gosh, oh so special. So then last but not least, we have the second gift that I got from that yearly annual Christmas exchange that we do, whether it be that we're in the same state lines or not. And this one happened to be a book nook. I have been looking for a book nook forever, and this one is like a little bookstore. So we have Shakespeare at the top, and you have this little book nook that showcases the vibes of the little library bookstore vibe. And it's going to go right there in between the physical, old school, vintage looking Harry Potter books with the new spines, as well as the illustrated versions, just to create that sense of separation until and when we get the rest of the illustrated copies. At this point, obviously we have 5. I know the original illustrator has since stepped down, so we don't know when we're going to get book 6 and 7, but I'm very, very excited for that. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed part 2. I hope you also understand why I broke it up into part 1 and part 2 of what I got for Christmas, as well as a secondary 12-hour read-a-thon. I have absolutely loved every second of this reading journey, as well as this Christmas season. you know, it really makes you realize how much community and love you truly have. And one of my love languages is gift giving and gift receiving. So this to me, I know they're just materialistic things. They do not represent the value of the people, but the sentiment behind these gifts mean a lot to me. So it is absolutely so special to be able to celebrate with this wonderful community and have such amazing people. I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday. For those of you that are new here, my name is Jaya once again, and I put out bookish related content with a little bit of sprinkle of randomness here and there. So if that sounds like it's your vibe, then you're definitely in the right place. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I cannot say it enough. And to all of you out there, I wish you the most wonderful new year. Blessings all around. I wish you joy, happiness, and success in every endeavor that you take. I hope that this year brings no moments in your life that you can't overcome and just brings so much family and love into your life. Once again, thank you so much for being a part of my community, and I can't wait to continue sharing with you guys. Until next time, I will see you soon. Bye.